You see that garbage that they put on TV? I used to blame Hollywood for that, and then I started thinking about it. They're only giving people what they want. People have low expectations.
I don't know, bro. I beg to differ. People all over in every extent of every market trying to cut corners, bro. And especially nowadays with the COVID stuff, you have people just putting together real questionable material, just hoping to get their name out. But crying out loud, you got a genre that just consists of shitty shark movies, bro.
But the people themselves have cheapened themselves. People are losing qualities.
Right. But wouldn't you think that comes from almost like...
Maybe it's bad parenting. Maybe it's the lack of tradition. Some people say it's because religion is becoming less and less in the minds of people. Some people say that religion is the problem. Who cares? There seems to be that there's a supply and there's a demand. And the supply tries to meet the demand. And if the demand has low expectation, the supply will cut corners and give the little bit that they ask for. They're not going to give them extra. You're not going to get extra. I don't know if you guys ever been out to, what do you call those places called buffets? The buffets are getting worse. You ever notice that? Remember the buffets in the 80s and 90s?
Yeah.
They used to cook the shit, but it falls off the bone. Now what do you get? Whatever you get it with a time limit. Motherfuckers is like, yo, I saw you use the restroom. I seen you take a shit like 5 times. That's illegal. You can't do that at the buffet. You're trying to beat us. It's so crazy. So I think if you notice even in hip hop, you can't even understand. People are like, what the fuck is being said? Everybody's like, okay, that's cool.
These new franchises, MCU start out, right? The first films are fucking great. You go to the second film of that freaking series or whatever have you, Spider-Man or Thor, and it's kind of like looking a little questionable, like they cut a little bit of the special effects away or whatever. So it's like, I don't know, maybe stretching a bit.
I'll say this, in the words of Ecclesiastes, there's nothing new under the sun, and this is a cycle that typically happens through society. That's why there's been like great societies have rose to the top and then has fallen to ashes. It's a cycle that happens in fashion and art, and it happens with monetary and fiscal situation, and we're just on a place, but every generation is always blaming the next. And there's something to say that weak men create hard times create strong men create good times create weak men. You get what I'm saying? And it just circulates because your immigrant father is like working 50, 70 hours a day, and you're playing Nintendo all day, eating like 4 bowls of like 5 different cereals. You know what I mean? And you're pissed off that somebody took the prize out of it. Your sister took the prize out of it before you did. So now you're fucking pissed off. The whole day's fucked up, right? You know what I mean? Your fucking Nintendo cartridge froze in the middle of the fucking game. You're blowing on it 50 times. You can't get it to start. You're like, this is bullshit. You know, you're pissed off because your friend got TurboGrafx 16 and your parents won't get it for you. And you're stuck with the fucking first Nintendo. You got Duck Hunt. You got your gun right next to the television and shit so you don't miss. You're all fucked up, man. And I think that we can't express that type of behavior to some people that live in the third world. That shit is crazy to them.